Hey guys, how you all doing? X here, and this is the last this is the last day of the 31 Days of Beasted, and this is not particularly a stellar game, and this isn't particularly my best stellar commentary, but I wanted to make this one special because I wanted this last one to embody. I wanted you guys to take something away from this, and if not anything, if nothing I've talked about has gotten to you, then you know that I try to help people or similar to me or just people in general to generally make their life a little better. So in this last commentary of the 31 Days of Beasting, which is nearly 12 minutes, I'm gonna just try to give my feel on things and hopefully help you guys in the long run. So what I first want to talk about is perception. Whether it be perception of other people, what other people think of you, or what you think of other people, or even what you think of yourself, it's a very important thing that you have to nurture and develop, because not having enough perception will clearly get you in very unfortunate situations in this world, because the way this world is going, guys, the future is not looking bright. The world is dominated by people who are largely guided by their emotions and simply just immature people. And I just realized this from a situation that just happened to me today. And I'm saying a lot of ands, but I'm just trying to get across that how am I supposed to say this? Okay, I don't know why I'm asking you guys, because this is my commentary. But it's important to know who you are in situations where your morals are tested, because not morals particularly, but like how you are tested, because people perceive you by how you say things these days more than you act. Because it seems like whatever you say has more weight than how you act, besides like a sexual crime, you know what I mean? Like whatever you say is taken so literally by people these days that like literally it can cause like a break between friendship, and total misunderstanding can lead to like chaos. If you know what you probably know what I mean, because like even at school or around the world, there are people, a majority of people, who insist that they are right even when they are wrong, and they refuse to see like any disbelief in their theories. Like it's always they're always right, and if you try to find something that disproves them, then they will often tell that you are not intelligent, or tell you that you're not intelligent, or that you are wrong, and simply say that over and over again. I'm not saying specifically in context to, let's say, that whoever you talk to and they don't agree with you, they're like automatically a bad person. I'm talking about those people that you can just tell after just talking with them a little bit that how little that they perceive, how like stupid they are in the ways that they deal with the world. It's obvious, because for example, like let's say a person that racist makes a racist comment, oh, your dick is small, you're Asian. Immediately the hot-headed Asian will fly in a rage and will seek further conflict, or you know, make an unwise move that will make him futurely unpopular. A wise person will accept that. They'll laugh at it, and they will pretend they are not affected by it. Even if you are affected by it, you have to make sure that your perception to others is strong and how they think it is, because if you keep changing to what if you keep being extreme or change to what other people want, then you're simply going to cave in later in life when you're faced with more difficult choices. Even with drugs or something, like. And I'm not trying to preach you. I'm not your guys' parents. You guys are all your own people, and I have a very small audience. But what I'm trying to get across to you is that it's important that you know who you are, so you know how to act in certain situations. So, for instance, if someone who you know is clearly less intelligent than you, is clearly stubborn and will not listen to you, you have to accept that and sort of work your way towards a common interest. Like, you have to sort of compromise more than you're willing to usually, Because if the whole world is made out of intelligent people, this wouldn't be a problem. But the fact that there's so many people who think that they are right and they're guided by their emotions per se, or just that the general knowledge in their head is completely true by some weird reason, those are the people you want to exercise total patience with. You want to acknowledge your wrongs. It's like a relationship that I've never had, but I'm just trying to like tell you guys, this will help you in all sorts of positions in life. You have to acknowledge that you're wrong first to make a point that they might possibly listen to. To even make your argument plausible to them, you first have to put yourself down and say that you're sorry and that it was your fault, that you have to accept the blame for it. And then after that you can say, however, blah blah blah, you also did this, and that way you can introduce your argument. And I'm trying to, it sounds like an essay how I'm doing this, but it all goes so fast, and you will regret those times when you could have easily made it better. Like maybe you were talking to your parent and you know that they are easily irritated by certain things and how you say things. So if you take note of that, and the next time you don't do it, then it'll be so much better, because they'll be like, do the dishes at like 11:30. And I'm not taking this out of context in my life. I'm just giving you guys an example. I just need to throw this off my chest because it was really bothering me, and I haven't done a commentary in a long time, and I thought, hey, why not make this last commentary something meaningful? So, for example, your parents tells you to do the dishes, you have loads of homework, and it's like 12. Let's just say that. That's the scenario. And you really don't want to do them, and clearly they're not doing anything either. They're just like sitting in their lounge, reading a book, watching TV. But simply because they're lazy, they tell you to do it. Instead of yelling at them, instead of saying that they should do it, you should say, okay, but I'm going to try to finish my homework first and then do it. So even if you don't do it and it turns out that you have to wait until the next day to do it, or even if they end up doing it, at least it'll look like, even if it may look like you're a liar, right? But at least you agreed to them, you complied, and you won in that situation. If this is making any sense, I'm trying to make it so that you guys know that you have to win in these situations for people to be able to even listen to you, because most people in this world, they will always think that they're right, and they won't accept any side of the story. They will change the details, they will change whatever it makes it just to make their argument seem plausible. So I'm just trying to make you guys more aware of that fact, because life is not just school, and this will happen in your jobs, in your marriage, in your relationships. So make sure that you always give the other person more credit than they deserve, and put yourself down more, so that you don't have to feel regret and stuff from poor choices that you made on the whim. That being said, my second topic for the last 4 minutes of this video is how to stay happy in life, like how to keep going when all seems bad, because I've had that a lot. I've had it when everything seems to be going downhill. But remember the famous quote, I think I'm quoting this right, don't yell at me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like, it goes by like, the darkest part of the storm comes before the light. Wait, I don't know, it's something like that, but it's just basically saying no matter how hard it gets, there's always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. So maybe you got ditched by your girlfriend, maybe you caught her cheating, maybe you got a totally bad grade, maybe your teachers hate you, maybe you just got wrongly accused of something that you worked so hard on, and maybe you just, nothing is your fault, but you're the victim of unfortunate chance. In those situations, you just have to accept everything. You have to, first part is acceptance. You have to say, yes, this is gonna happen, but you're not gonna die from it. You're gonna live it, and you're gonna go past that. And no matter what has happened to you, no matter how bad it may have seemed at that moment, whoever's listening to this, you're still here, right? And everything is better from that experience, because you know now not to do that, or to do that experience to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're here because you learn from your mistakes, and thank goodness you can learn from your mistakes and not like instantly die from a mistake, because that would be terrible. So when bad things happen to you, just know that it's part of life, and it happens to everyone, no matter who you are, no matter what you are, and how rich you are. It doesn't matter. Everyone will have bad days, and high school is the epitome of this. Every day is a test of your character. The people who ditch, the people who go to Disneyland on their birthday, the people who just don't come to school because they don't feel like it, it's showing that their character is weak and they cannot take punishment. Think of school as a punishment, or a goal, or an obstacle that you have to get past. Don't think of it more of like a burden, but think of it as something that is necessary for you to progress in your life. Because think about it, all those those druggies, those people who ditch school, they don't end up anywhere but on the streets. Very few, like 1% of that majority end up actually meaningfully successful. The rest just end up in the dust of history, like no one remembers them, and they get mad over things that aren't rightfully theirs, such as, let's say, the Occupy movement. It's just people who are getting mad at people who are smart at life. Like, how can you get mad at someone who is obviously smarter than you? Taking money from the rich and then giving it out to everyone and equally distributing it is not going to make the world better. It's not going to make you happier because you didn't earn it and it's not what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this in terms of politics. I'm just saying that the movements of these people these days are just so stupid that you have to accept it and stay strong to who you are, stay strong to your ideals, and hopefully that will be enough to gear you through. Because let me tell you, if you're just coming into high school, if you're going to college, I don't know about college and beyond, but I know if you're just coming to high school, you have a shit load of shit coming your way, and whether it be high school, whether it be a job, there's always going to be a hard part. So I hope you took that away from my commentary. I hope you guys can become better people. I just had to take that on my chest. I feel a whole lot better now because I managed to spew this out in a commentary. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was the last 31 days of beasting. I'm sorry it took so long, but yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in a live comm or something, and I'll see you next time. Bye!